Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is TR Bailey. This is my boy Nathan Strand, who just top 8'd at Seattle Regionals out of about 300 players. He was playing Dragon Rulers, and this is not his first appearance in the top 8. He's top 8'd at least 20 to 30 times. Let's go ahead and get into the list, Nathan.
Alright, so I ran the normal standard 3 blasters, 3 titles.
So the blasters are like your tech card?
Well, yeah, definitely. And then I ran 3 Redox, and 3 Tempest.
Pretty standard.
Standard. And then I run 2 of each of the baby dragons. 2 Burner, 2 Lightning, 2 Stream, and 2 Reactin.
Seem like pretty good combos right there.
And then I main deck 3 Veilers. I decided to main 2. Some people were maining 3 originally, and some people were maining 2. I ran 3 just because I need something to be able to go and stop the evil swarms in the mirror match. I only ran 2 maxis. I feel that if I run 3, I mean, yeah, I can draw a bunch of cards, but like I feel like it's not good against every deck. I felt like there's gonna be a lot of evil swarms, and it's not very good versus evil swarms. So.
Yeah, gotcha, makes sense. So, my question to you is, in our testing, like right before the event, like about 2 days before, you had it switched at 3 max Cs, 2 effect failures. Was anything that you noticed in testing that just really made you switch it?
I wanted to go and be able to, when they Ophion, I wanted to be able to Veiler so they can search for their stuff. And I wanted to be able to have to make sure that if I played against a mirror match, it's a big eye, or if I played against spellcasters, that I could stop whatever that's really going to hurt me.
Gotcha, like Magician and whatnot?
And I played against the mirror match today, and the guy went and he super juve me a couple times, and he summoned like crazy, trying to take my guys, and I would just Veiler him, and he couldn't do anything after that. And then I proceeded to just overtake his deck. And then the last card is I attacked a 1 Exploded Dragon.
Whoa, Exploded Dragon, you gotta explain that.
I wanted to basically have an out against Evil Swarms, main decked. And so I felt that if I run this, if they summon at turn 1, I don't automatically just have to have Blaster or have to have Book of Moon. I wanted to be able to have an out to that. And I can search this from my deck with one of my Dragon effects. So
yeah, with your Tempest, right?
Through Tempest, that way. So I'm able to go and get it, so I have it out right away to him. So that's why I ran that. And that's all the monsters that I ran for the deck.
Okay, okay. So you figured that you're going to be playing a lot of Evil Swarms. Just how many did you play today?
I played, I believe, 3.
3 of them? So is that a little bit less than you expected, or about the right amount?
I didn't think as many people would have dragons because it just came out.
How many mirrors did you play?
I played 4 mirror matches.
Oh, so you played more mirrors than you did Evil Storm. That's interesting.
I did. And I only lost to 1 mirror match. The guy was top decking. He early on in the game he Veilered me, but then I tried a big eye again, and he happened to have another Veiler on the very first turn.
Oh, because he's just like a better player than you? Because he had double Veiler?
I don't think I got outplayed. I think he just happened to have the outs. And
gotcha.
Both games that we played, we actually went to 3 games. And both the first game that we played, actually every game we played, I was beating him the whole entire time. He would just go and he'd play a Super Rejuvenation, he'd draw into another one, and then draw into another one, and then he just have 8 cards in his hand all of a sudden, and it's kind of hard to come back from that. So.
Gotcha, makes sense.
And then I went and lost a Spellcaster deck in the later rounds towards the end. I believe it was round 6 or 7.
He had the fate every turn and judgmented you 5 gajillion times?
He judged me 3 times. I eradicated him game 2 and beat him pretty quickly on that. He jogged me and he kaiku'd me, and I made Dark Hole, which I'll get to that in a second. And he actually top decked the previous turn. Solemn Judgment said it, and if he didn't draw that card, it didn't matter if he drew Fate or anything else. I'm pretty sure I would have won that game. So.
Gotcha. So it was the judgments. So he had all 4 judgments that game.
Yeah, he played actually 3 judgments on me, and I was still coming back to beat him.
So he played 4 judgments because he played Solemn Judgment too. So he was just like a judgment guy. He judged the fuck out of you.
Well, my last round, this guy, he played double judgment on me in 2 turns in a row. Got 6 cards in his hand after discarding, and then I played card destruction. Got rid of all his good cards and proceeded to kill him that turn. And
Nice.
Yeah.
So let's see those spell cards. Since you're talking about them, we might as well get them out of the way.
Okay.
Sounds like you got limited cards in your deck. Some limited spell cards. So let's see what they are.
So I ran 3 gold sarcophagus.
I wonder why.
So just for anything, use the dragons standard.
Plus 1 in 2 turns.
I would never run less than 3. I like it to be able to search for my Eradicator if I need be, or return, or whatever I want.
Gotcha, makes sense. And it's not like you can't gold sarc for heavy and whatnot too. So
yeah, if I need that, I'd like it for
gotcha.
For many options. I run the normal 3 super rejuvenations. Card is amazing. First round of the tournament, actually, I opened 3 dragons, 2 super rejuvenations, and card destruction. A lot of people aren't running card destruction. I can tell you, it's pretty darn good.
So you're just like a better player. You're like, I'll actually draw 9,000, and then they
I
scoop.
drew 15 cards on my first turn versus the Evil Storm, and I ended up with Heavy Storm, Dark Hole, Monster Reborn, Effect Veiler. It was pretty much an MST. It was pretty
Oh well,
much
Effect Veiler plus Dark Hole, Heavy Storm. That seems like a pretty strong combo to me. So I'll accept.
It's okay. And then all my dragons I threw in the graveyard, so I just kill those cards, special summon them all, and proceeded to give them over 8,000. So.
You're like, the discard ones will be all the fat guys, okay? Alright, so what, any more spell cards?
Yes.
Well, you have card destruction, right?
Yeah, Heavy Storm, Monster Reborn.
Who plays heavy?
Book of Moon.
Just kidding. Oh, Book of Moon. So, a little bit of Japanese Nathan Strand here. Why'd you play Book of Moon?
Well, it's good against, it stops Jowgen, puts it face down, stops Abyss Giles, puts that face down if that's a problem. If they summon Ophion, I can book that really quick before they get their Pandemic. Basically stops anything that's face up. I can stop Big Eye, they can summon it, or they can summon Draco Sack, and I book it, and then I take their dude, flip it up, use the effect for myself, and...
I think I saw a play where you did today where you actually went... What was it? You went with the... Goodness, I can't ever remember that. The effect negating trap guard. Breakthrough skill. You breakthrough skill then chained book on a Ophion after he pandemicked, I believe.
Yeah, breakthrough skill, he went Pandemic, I chained book, because the guy went face down, and then I proceeded to take it.
You're like, I think I'll now have my own Ophion at this point, and you just killed him. That was a pretty sweet combo.
A lot of people actually weren't running Monster Reborn either, I saw online, and I decided to run it because, for one, since I was mainly an Exploder Dragon, if they happen to kill it, I can just Monster Reborn it and do it again. I can bring back any of my...
Gives you outs under weird stuff like Gozen Match, too.
Yeah, I never really faced against a Gozen Match, but I'll get to what I have to go and be able to beat that as come up. But I can take their Dragon if I need a Synchro. I can bring back Veiler. Like a lot of people also, they run the Flameville Guard and the Dragoonity, Corsair, or whatever his name is, and I don't think it's very good. I tested that before, and like I think, if I want a Synchro, if I need a Synchro, I can just use the Veiler, and if I don't need a Synchro, it's not like a big thing I need to have.
Also, Reborn's really incredibly solid in the mirror match, because taking one of their dragons to make it to where they can't summon it's pretty powerful.
Yeah, and then I ran Dark Hole. Nobody's really running that. I ran it.
I told you to run that crap. I was like, play that stuff, and you said, okay, fine.
Well, if you play against Mermill and you play, your Max C and your Veilers, and then they go and they summon all their dudes and they can't kill you anymore because they can't use their effects, and then you proceed to Dark Hole and kill them, they have no cards left, and they proceed to lose.
Was there ever a mirror match game where you just Dark Hole and just like someone was like, oh crap, and just like got bent by it?
Yeah, nobody expected Dark Hole ever. I played a couple mirror matches, and I was like Dark Hole and kill all the cards, and like... So I had one guy, he double rejuvenation me, and he went through like basically his whole entire deck, and he had 5 cards back row. I knew a lot of them would be bluffs because there's no way he's going to set that much. And I checked, he used almost all his dragons, and so what I did is I ended up, I finally drew my card destruction, and I maxed him.
Nathan Strand with his card destruction combos.
So I played card destruction on him, and I was trying to get Heavy Storm because I felt the next turn that, I thought he had return maybe set, so I was like, well, that's his only out basically to come back on this. And so I Heavy Stormed, and it was actually, he didn't have return face down, but he scooped because he had no more win condition. A lot of people aren't even running return. I think it's pretty amazing. I actually won round 1 with return. I was playing against Evil Swarm guy, and I flipped over return, brought back 3 guys, and proceeded to get double Draco Sack, blew up all his cards, and I came from being way behind to way ahead, and he lost. And plus, the Evil Swarm guys aren't really running like stuff to really stop that anymore. I mean, they run like this stuff to protect their monsters, but not to really kill.
It's like the
yours.
bottomless play, and then after that, they go out of play anyway, so you just get all triggers. Also, people don't realize that return, if you end up attacking with those monsters and don't quite do enough damage and they get re-banished, then you get to activate all their effects.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, so it's pretty solid. So what else? What other spell cards did you
I
play?
ran 1 Sacred Sword.
So you were playing 2 for a while there. What made you go to 1?
I needed room for other cards. I wanted to try the Exploded Dragon because I wanted to have an out, basically to the Evil Swarm. So instead of a second Sacred Sword, I put in the Exploded Dragon. I really liked 2 Sacred Swords, but I didn't feel like I felt like I needed more of an out to Ophia, and then
Makes sense.
to draw
Makes
more
sense
cards
for sure.
And then I ran Card Destruction because Card Destruction is Super Rejuvenation.
And because you're Nathan Strand and you're like the Dark World King, so you couldn't like not play Card Destruction. Am I right?
It's pretty good. I mean, it's almost never bad. I mean, a lot of times if you just have like dragons you don't really need, or just cards you don't really need, and you want to try to draw into your Dark Hole or Heavy or whatever you need,
It's kind of like future fusioning almost.
it was pretty good for me. And so that's all the spells that I have.
You have trap cards.
I do run trap.
You have trap cards.
Yes.
Solemn Judgment. Just kidding. No, let's see.
I run 2 breakthrough skills. It's like I run basically 5 others in the deck.
One
with
last
this.
over there.
Some people run 3. I run 2. I don't really need 3. I've tried 3 myself. I don't really like drawing 3 breakthrough skills. Like, it's gonna get clumped, and you just.
So your opinion basically is like you like 2. You think it's solid card, but you're not into playing 3 copies.
I think 3 you draw too much, and by the time you get it, with everybody running the spell card to protect with wisdom to protect their monster.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like there's a lot of plays that they can do.
There's
so.
a lot of outs that they can do. So like, it is an out,
And so what's this tech card?
And then I run Return from the Different Dimension.
So my friends, my viewers, why aren't you playing this card? Have you read this card before? You pay half your life points. It doesn't matter if you're It doesn't matter. Pay half your life points and kill your opponent. Game's over.
I killed I don't know, at least 6 or 7 people today with Return. I win.
Oh, so you're just better because you just draw limited cards?
Well, when you draw 15 cards in a turn, you're gonna win. You're gonna draw it. When you have 3 circles, you're gonna search for it. I mean, you're gonna get it.
That's pretty good. I'll Sarco for a return because it just doesn't matter. What are you gonna do to stop me, basically?
MST is not being run as much anymore because what are they gonna do? MST, a dragon's breakthrough skill.
For sure. The people that were running MST in their main deck were way behind when they played in the dragon matchup.
Yeah, because I summoned double Dracosac Turk 1, and then it's like, oh, cool, I have to face 2 2600s. You have to kill 4 cards before you can probably kill it. So, with 3 Veilers, you'd have to try to big eye me. I can just negate that and then proceed to go and blow up all the cards again and do it again.
Makes sense. So let's see the extra deck.
Okay.
1 wind-up carrier, Zen Mighty. Right? Zen Mighty. Acid Golem.
No.
Cyber Dragon. Cyber End Dragon.
Alright, so I run 3 Venta Beast Dracosac. I think it's standard. Some people say, oh, you can run the deck with 2. Yeah, I think you have to have 3. I mean, it's sometimes you'll be able to summon 2, or you'll summon 1, then you'll need another one, then you'll need another one. Like, I used 3 every single time I had a possibility. I never felt like, man, I didn't really need 3. I always wish I actually had more.
So Nathan, just for our viewers, since I noticed this a lot of times when I played the Dragon matchup today, that a lot of people didn't realize what you can do when your opponent Fiendish Chains your Dracosac. What do you do when your opponent Fiendish Chains a Dracosac, Nathan?
You chain, you activate the cost, and you tribute itself, and you blow up the card anyway.
You're like, I'll blow up the other one. So it's like, guys, Fiendish Chain on Dracosac, even though it can be like slightly better, you could still like do some stuff. This guy tributes any Mecha Phantom Beast monster. So remember that.
I had a guy today he went Electric Virus, took my Dracosac, got 2 tokens, and then he tributed itself and blew up itself. Or he blew up one of my cards, excuse me.
Yeah, you can't tribute and blow up itself. That wouldn't make any
He,
sense.
he took my dude, got 2 tokens, tributed it to blow up another one of my cards. So he got rid of 2 of my cards or 1. And he got 2 tokens.
That seems like a pretty
And
strong combo.
then he synchroed with it, and then he got more monsters. So I was just like, well, you're pretty good at this game.
So you're telling me your opponent summoned a big eye. Okay, let's see what the next 3 are.
3 big eye.
Steal shit.
This is mandatory. Some people say you can run it 2. You have to run 3.
You have to, or you feel like you just feel very strongly about playing 3?
I feel that you need 3. Basically, if you have the more big eyes you have, the more chance you're gonna win.
So you feel like you're at the advantage by having more copies of Big Eye, essentially.
Yeah, basically it's a big eye battle war. I mean, I had one guy actually that I played in round 3. It was my first mirror match, and we both had 3 big eyes, but I ended up summoning my last big eye after him, so I just took all his big eyes, my big eyes.
So did you have a field of 5 Big Eyes?
I did.
Oh, because you were like better than him.
Actually, no, not 5 big eyes.
So you had $500 on your field. All right, so what are the next few cards?
Mermillo Abyss Gaios.
So I was talking to some players that said they just went ahead and cut that. Is that your opinion too at this point, or?
I used it once. I almost never go in some of the 2 water titles.
Gotcha. Do you feel like it's worth playing at 1 though?
It's okay. I usually just take my opponents and just use theirs.
Oh.
I probably gonna cut it. I'm not exactly sure what. It's okay. But I wouldn't say it's like something that you really need.
Makes sense for
Right,
sure.
one guy, the Dragon Charger, I never used this once. Never even thought of using this once. Never came in a situation to use this once. But I mean, if it ever happens, it's okay.
Never came in a situation because you just big-eyed their stuff and said, "I'm better than you are, sir."
I ran Stardust Dragon. I think it's pretty good if you get that out and all your dudes on the field, and if they don't have, if they have Dark Hole, it doesn't do anything.
Stardust Draco Sackfield's pretty dirty.
It's pretty good. Stops their stuff. A lot of people run Light Darkness Dragon. I did not run that today. I feel that it's too easy to kill. Eclipse Wyvern is amazing, but I feel like the other
just
cards,
not the right timing at this point.
but other cards are better, more useful. I'd rather have Veilers. And
Scared of the
Maxis.
breakthrough skill Big Eye play, I'm
I
sure.
could have ran 3 Maxis, and 3 Veilers as well, and just ran 42 cards, but
Just wasn't time, right? You're just really expecting a lot of evil storms mostly. Am I wrong?
Well, even if I played against a mirror match, and yeah, I would have loved to go and have more Maxi, another Maxi. I thought about actually signing another Maxi, but I just didn't today.
For sure.
Then I ran 1 Crimson Blader. This card was amazing. I actually never summoned. I summoned my own once. I always used my opponents and just took it for them, and then just killed them with their own cards.
So you just assisted them.
Yeah, they did. It actually helped me. They summoned it, and then I took it and used it for myself.
Gotcha.
So,
Sweet.
but this is a staple. I ran Thought Ruler Archfiend. This card is, I believe, a staple. It's pretty darn amazing. You gain life points. They can't really stop you, unless it's like a monster effect where they attack over it.
And if the monster effect targets, then
Colossal Fighter. This card, you must run this card. I OTK'd a guy. He had 2 2800 guys on the field, and I proceeded to kill him. Just by summoning this card. I had 2 Draco Sacks from this. Secret summon for this, attacked this guy, brought it back, attacked this guy, brought it back, attack, and I gave me 1,000.
Not to mention a really good combo is when your opponent makes a Crimson Blader and you're able to not get get damaged. I've seen people go Colossal Fighter to run into the Crimson Blader and take the Crimson Blader and attack over another card in a mirror match. That's a pretty sweet combo. That happened?
No, I never did that. The only time I ever used it was he had 2 2800 guys, and I killed all his dudes with Colossal Fighter, then I proceeded to OTK him, and with that same turn. I ran Red Dragon Archfiend and never summoned it once, but I'd use it maybe for his attack.
I got EEV'd with that guy.
Yeah, I never used it. I ran 1 Scrap Dragon. This card is amazing. I actually used it versus Evil Swarm today. I targeted my return, and then target his monster, and then I chained return. I brought all my dudes, blew up his card, and then I proceeded to OTK him. Again, return is amazing. And then I ran 1 Ancient Sacred Wyvern, which I never used the whole entire day. I never got in the situation to go attack with their token.
But guess what, guys? Valor plus Synchro Summon's a pretty strong combo.
I think 3 Valor is, plenty to go and Synchro.
Gotcha,
If you need
for
Baylor
sure.
to go and use it, if you need a Synchro, you can, but you don't have to.
Alrighty.
Alright, so that's my extra deck.
So let's see the side deck. Yeah, don't leave that stuff. That's $600. Unless you want to give it to me.
Ran 2 Electric Virus. I think I would go to 3.
You think you're gonna go to 3?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like a lot of players don't play this, but in the mirror it seems pretty solid.
I didn't really have enough room. I don't feel like my side was perfected enough yet. I have some ideas on what I want to do with it, but I ran 2 for today. I didn't know how many dragons I was going to face.
Makes sense.
It's pretty amazing, though. I mean, there's a lot of people summoned actually Vanity's Fiend, which is another reason why I run Dark Hole main deck, is so I can go and get rid of that space. And Exploder Dragon. So they'd go and Vanity's Fiend me, and it was kind of hard to go and do anything. But other than that, it's pretty good. I even had some people playing Obelisk. I didn't play against them, but I saw it around. They were set into it when they ran the dragons.
Be a little bit scared of seeing an obelisk hit the field?
No, because they never got to summon 3 monsters. I never even had a chance.
Okay.
So
you're just better. You're like, summon 3 monsters, I'm stabbing you.
They would have to have the perfect god hand just to go and be able to get 3 monsters on the field and
they
have
could Draco
Obelisk.
sack into obelisk. Well, anyway, what are the next ones? Let's see the next cards. Enough about this card. You Draco sack and kill your opponent because you're better than them, and you have $600. You now have $800 of cards. So the second Exploder
Second
win
Exploder Dragon, I assigned this in
for the Evil Swarm.
for the Evil Swarms. I'd take out the Maxis and some other cards, and I'd bring that in just so I have an extra ounce.
Makes sense. And so let's see the next one.
2 Tsukiyomis.
Suk. So you were telling me a little bit about that. You like Tsukiyomi better than the dragon there. So is there any consideration of mainboarding one of those?
Yeah, well, it depends, honestly, at Nationals, it depends how many dragons I'm seeing being played. If there's still going to be a lot of Evil Swarm, I think Evil Swarm, the Spellbook deck, and this deck are the 3 top decks that are being played.
And the Aqua deck.
Mermill was like the 4th place deck, like, it was never around really the main tables. I think there was one Mermill deck at the top tables.
The people that had the Mermails were the people that had the money, so they ended up just taking the dragons. But Mermail still has that, that OTK ability. It can be pretty scary.
I played against only one Mermill today, and he tried to OTK me, and I proceeded to Baylor him and Maxi, and took all his dudes. He ran out of cards. I drew more cards with my Super Rejuvenation.
Oh, so you were better.
Plus, Tsukiyomi, just like, you can be able to just summon it, you can book the dude, you can even go ahead and add a Draco sack on the field. I blew up one of his cards.
Oh, I love that combo.
Blew up one of his cards, summoned, flipped it down, flipped it back up when this was already on the field. Blew up another one of his cards.
Let's activate the effect and get more tokens.
Or I blew up a card, and then what? Yeah, you can even go and activate more tokens, so you can attack and you can blow up a card in the same turn. That's pretty good, right?
Sweet combo.
I really love that.
So Suk is a must. So this is a board card staple in this deck.
I also feel it's pretty good when I go and I Big Eye them, take their dude, summon Tsukiyomi, flip down, flip back up, Big Eye again, take it again.
So you're just like, well, this big guy has 2 material, let's put it to use.
Well, that way I can attack with 2 of their monsters, and then I can exceed with their own monsters, and it's pretty good. I might main one of these, but
it's not bad, but it's not like something that you feel like it would be a risk to main deck it, I'm sure, right?
Yeah, I definitely don't. I like it more over than the Exploded Dragon. The Exploded Dragon you can search out.
So
But
trace
Tsukiyomi, I
of
think
those,
would be better. Ran 3 Droll Lockbirds. I would not run 3. I'm gonna go down to 2.
So why is that? Isn't Spellbooks one of your worst matchups if you don't draw the Eradicator?
Spellbook is the worst. When I played on Thursday's tournament, Spellbooks is a hard matchup. Because they always get Judgment turn 1. I'd say about almost half. I don't know.
Almost like 100% of the games.
They always get it.
Because they're just better than you are, Nathan. They just draw plus 17 cards.
Here's the problem with this card. This card's really good, like when you stop it, but you don't know how far they're gonna go. Like, you don't know if you should just activate right away. I don't like to. I like to wait, let them waste 3 or 4 spell cards, search for the last one. They have like 2 cards left, and then draw a Lockbird. So now they just waste a whole hand. They don't get anything.
So you're just like Eradicator's better, but this card needs to happen when you go second.
I would run
right?
2 of these, and I'd run 3 Eradicator. I only ran 2 today because I ran 3 Joel and Lockbirds, and I had some other choices that I wanted to run. I would go to the 3 Eradicator because I want to go and be able to get it. I thought it would clump, and I'd just draw multiple Eradicators, and it'd be hard to go and eradicate them off, but...
Makes sense, makes sense.
So I'm probably going to go to 3 definitely for that. I sidejacked 3 Mystical Space Typhoon because...
Mind Drain's gay.
Mind Drain's annoying. Soul Drain.
Necro Valley.
Well, yeah, Necro Valley, but I never played against that. But
Deck Lockdown.
Deck Lockdown is what I had it mainly for, because...
Because you want to punch this faggot over here? Just kidding.
Well, the fact that they go Deck Lockdown and they Mind Drain, so you can't search your deck, you can't spell summon from your deck, and you can't use any cards with your hands. Pretty good.
Yeah, seems like a pretty strong combination. So what are the last 2 cards?
Hero Decrees.
Ooh, so Chainburn?
No, it wasn't for Chain Burn. It was for basically when they slide in all those Mind Drains and everything else. I'm just like, okay, flip Royal Decree. Oh, proceed to go and OTKU.
So you're like, let me have 5 outs to let me have like 7 outs to. You basically are like 7 outs to those cards because you're not even wanting to put up with that crap.
Well, I can just go. So that's why when I play against that deck, I just put in the Tsukiyomis, I put in the Decrees and everything, and I was like, okay, flip your guy down, kill all your back row, and proceed to OTKU.
Gotcha. So. Alright, so here is the issue now. Now we're in like 27 minutes because this is like an intense deck profile. So show these guys your mat. Move those cards off. These mat is worth like $150. Look at this mat, guys. This thing looks amazing. So, and if you guys want to buy it, he is looking to sell it. So, hit me up in the comments and I will let him know if you are interested in it. What are you trying to get for this thing, Nathan?
It's going on eBay right now for $130. I want to try to get like at least around $100, maybe 90 to 100.
Gotcha.
Preferably 100. It is one of the first that ever came out of the new series, so definitely I feel that it's pretty valuable.
So you're looking probably about 110, 120 or best offer. So like I said, guys, if you guys are interested in this mat, I can definitely let Nathan know. Hit me up in the comments and so thanks for watching the deck profile. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And wish Nate good luck at Nationals. He got his invite the 4th time this format. See you later, guys. TR Bailey signing out.